Recorded Books presents The Woman Who Split the Atom, The Life of Lise Meitner by Marissa Moss, narrated by Sandy Rustin. Chapter 1. Berlin, 1938. Lise Meitner stared nervously out the train window, terrified that at any minute one of the Nazi soldiers stomping down the aisles would demand to see her passport, the one she didn't have. She heard them barking orders at the passengers behind her. Papers? Could they tell by looking at her that she was Jewish? She had never felt so small and dark. She shouldn't have waited so long to leave Berlin. When her Jewish friends started leaving 2 years ago, she should have gone then. Even a year ago would have been easier. Meitner was an internationally recognized scientist. She'd fought hard as a girl to get an education, and as a young woman to find a position. It had been a long struggle to be taken seriously as a physicist, so it felt impossible to leave the institute when it finally didn't matter that she was a woman. Now, all that mattered was that she was Jewish. As a girl, being a scientist had seemed impossible. Lise Meitner had thought of herself as a completely ordinary little girl. A girl who happened to sleep with a math book under her pillow, as if the equations would slip into her head overnight. Instead of reading novels or poetry like her sisters, she read about the quadratic formula, about figuring out the volume of a cone, about plotting a parabola on a grid. Her brain was full of questions, and she had to know the answers. Her parents encouraged her curiosity. They wanted all 8 of their children to think about the world and follow their interests. For them, the late 1800s were exciting years to be in Vienna. Meitner's mother had come from Russia, her father from Czechoslovakia. Both were places where Jews couldn't live, work, or study easily. In Austria, Jews may have lived in ghettos, but new doors were open to them. Meitner's father was one of the first Jews to become a lawyer in this more accepting world. More accepting for Jewish men, at least. Going to college, following a profession, that was for sons, not daughters. Still, Meitner learned however she could. She studied the colors in a drop of oil. She noticed the reflections in puddles. She couldn't stop herself from asking questions about how the world worked. What made the film on the top of the puddle? How did light reflect off it? How could a drop of water be divided? What kept the drop together in the first place? She was excited.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?